Dennis told me about your meeting with Ryan this afternoon.
When did you talk to my mother?
She called. I went to meet with her.
Wow, the two of you sure don't waste any time, do you?
Resolving this matter with Ryan is very important to both of us.
It's more important to me. Ryan claims he can prove his innocence. All he needs are a couple of days.
He's been saying that for quite a while, Dennis.
Yeah. He sounded like he meant it this afternoon.
What kind of game do you think you're playing, Dennis?
I'm not playing any game.
Is that the truth?
You know, I would think you would be grateful for my help and accept it gracefully.
You told your mother once before that you'd help support her in dumping Ryan Connor. You double-crossed her.
Now, look,
Is that what you're going to do here, Dennis?
I can assure you that I want Ryan out of the company more than my mother does.
Why? You always thought Ryan was doing a very good job.
I have my reasons. They needn't concern you.
You're genuinely worried that Ryan has the evidence to prove his innocence.
I have a lot riding on that board meeting tomorrow, Justin. And I don't want any surprises.
Why? Why didn't you tell me before that you thought Pete Parnell murdered Alex Wheeler?
Because I wasn't sure. I'm still not sure. All I know is that Pete called me up, he asked me to do it, and I said no.
And how long after that did Alex Wheeler die?
Later that night.
Joe!
Only I didn't find out about it until 3 weeks later when you read me that article in the newspaper.
Oh, come on, everybody in Houston knew.
Yeah, but everybody in Houston wasn't in hiding with a bullet wound in their side. Elena, look. The same day that Pete called was the day that Gus and his friend came, shot me, took the money from us. Then you put me in hiding in that hayloft for 2 weeks, and I didn't know what was going on. We could have declared war on Russia. I wouldn't have known.
Oh, yeah, but even still, Joe, you should have at least told me when you first spoke to Pete.
Elena, I hardly even knew you then. I mean, I just thought I was going to let you go and never see you again.
You have to go to the police. You have to tell them what you know.
Dennis, are you planning on taking a more active role in the running of the company?
No, why should I do that?
You own a third of the stock.
Well, there are other people in the company who know more about my business interests than I do. They can handle it.
I just thought that this reversal in your loyalty toward Ryan is a sign of renewed interest in the company.
I don't want to be president of World Oil. So don't you worry, Justin. I'm not going to zap you out of the job.
Then why is it so important to get Ryan out?
It's personal. I don't see why my reason should concern you as long as the result is dumping Ryan. Okay? Was Mr. Johnson's statement true? Or did you threaten him to get him to sign it?
The statement was true. Mr. Johnson signed the statement in good faith. That's why I can't understand what kind of evidence Ryan thinks that he can come up with.
Well, I don't know either. He didn't tell me.
Why?
He doesn't trust me.
But if he thinks that the evidence will change your mind into supporting him, doesn't he know that it's to his credit to tell you what he knows?
Look, he knows that I'm voting with my mother. He's probably just being careful. Probably on Grant's advice.
Grant's still convinced that Ryan is innocent, isn't
he? You bet he is. My mother tells me that every time they get together, he tries to convince her of that.
Yeah, and that I'm guilty.
Oh. Now, what could you possibly be guilty of?
I'm just saying that Ryan and Grant have to blame someone. I'm the likely target.
I don't think so, Justin. Ryan and Grant are not in the habit of blaming people without reason.
Well, this is not solving our problem with Ryan.
No, I certainly don't think so.
I have an idea, Dennis, of something that we can do. If you're willing to go along with me.
Try me.
I'm not going to do it, Elena. I'm not going to go to the police.
You have to. Pete Parnell is a murderer.
We don't know that.
You think that's so?
It doesn't matter what I think. We'd be going to the police with no evidence.
Why don't you just let the police decide whether there's evidence or not?
Because you know what they're going to decide? I'll tell you what they'll decide. They'll think that I murdered Alex Wheeler. It's the way it's been all my life.
Joe, you were nowhere near that hospital the night Alex Wheeler died. You were with me. I'll tell him that.
They're not going to believe you. You've been hiding a criminal. Now, look, I love you, Elena, but I don't want to go to jail for a murder I didn't commit.
And I'm not leaving Houston as long as I know Pete Parnell is out there ready to commit another murder.
You're one stubborn little lady. You know that?
Yes. Especially when I'm right.
I know you're right. And believe me, I don't want to see Parnell get off any more than you do. But the cops ain't the answer.
Well, who else is there?
I don't know.
You need to talk to someone. You need to talk to someone who'll believe you.
Well, I think that's asking an awful lot of anybody at this stage in my life.
I know. Ryan Connor.
Who's he?
He's Alex Wheeler's nephew, and he used to work for Mr. Wheeler.
You sure about this guy?
Yes, I'm sure. He's a good, fair man. My brother Max trusted him. I'm going to set up a meeting for you two.
Okay. You call Ryan Connor tomorrow. But just when we're about ready to leave. That way, if he wants to turn me into the cops, we'll be on our way.
Okay.
My little social worker.
I'm not trying to be a social worker. I just want you to do the right thing.
I know. I want to do the right thing, too, because I'll tell you, when we hit Mexico, and we move into our little white adobe house and start having kids running on that front yard, I don't want to have this hanging over our heads.
I cause you a lot of trouble, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But I'd rather have you cause me trouble than anyone else.
I talked with our investigator. He hasn't found Johnson.
Hi,
Hello,
Fran.
Jenny.
Hi.
Hi, honey.
How'd you find us, huh?
I went to your office and Becky told me you two were here.
Yeah, I called the bellman to tell you to meet me here, but you'd already left.
Are you through for the day?
No, I agreed to meet Dennis here.
What for?
He called and said he wanted to talk to me. Hope it means he's going to support me in playing the board meeting.
I thought that he told you he didn't want to support you.
He did, but I'm thinking of telling him the truth about Parnell killing Alex.
I'm opposed to that, Ryan.
Grant, I'm going to be voted out of office at the meeting unless I do something about it. I just don't have any evidence to present to those people. I need help. Dennis is the one person who can help me.
When I went by your office, I saw Dennis coming out of Justin's office.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. I went to say hello to him, and he turned down the corridor and walked in the opposite direction.
What do you make of that?
I don't know. I sure wouldn't trust him now.
Well, what do you think he's doing? You think that Dennis is trying to get information from you to give to Iris and Justin?
Yeah, it's possible.
Well, then give him false information.
What?
Why not? Tell him, if you want Dennis to repeat things to Justin, and you'll find out soon enough. Honey, if you're not going to be dishonest with him, I will.
Jenny.
Ryan, your whole future's at stake. You're in this mess because Justin's been dishonest, and everyone else believes him. If you tell Dennis the wrong information to give to Justin, then you beat him at his own game.
But what if he's genuinely concerned about the company, about my clearing myself?
Well, then, apologize to him later. He'll understand. Lord knows he's not above something like that.
I think Jenny's got a point.
Okay, it's worth a try, huh?